And just like that, the console wars are over. That's right, Atari is buying out the rights to Intellivision. RIP to all the gamers who gave it all.
And Multiversus is back this week. We got a ton of new information, new trailers, bunch of fun stuff to talk about. All this and so much more right now on Gaming News Weekly. What's up, everybody? It's time for another episode of Gaming News Weekly, the best weekly video game news show out there. Every Monday, we're bringing you all the things that you need to hear coming from the video game industry. My name is E-Rock the Red. I'm joined every week by Full Clip. What's going on, dude? How are you?
What's up? Surviving. Not a lot of time for video games these days, but I'll get back into it as soon as I possibly
You're a busy
can.
man, dude. You're a busy man. I don't, there's no fault being laid out. Maybe from our listeners, they're real pissed. They're real pissed at you. But for me, no.
I appreciate it. How can I even talk about these games if I haven't played them?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're useless to me now.
Oh.
But you're just a pretty face that that we put up there, and that's what the people show up for, anyways.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Things are going good though. I know you're busy. Everything's going smoothly.
Yeah, we're getting there, and I've got some time off coming up. I'm hoping to get into a few things that I've been putting off as far as gaming goes, and who knows, I might pick up a couple games I have my eye on. I'm looking at a Food Truck Simulator. That seems pretty cool.
Oh,
and
all right.
There's a pretty nice sale on American Truck Simulator, something like that.
Oh,
it's like
boy,
truck driving.
Simulator King. The Simulator King. I like when you're like, yeah, I got a few days off from work, so I'm going to go do work.
Pretty much.
Video games. Well, let me tell you, there's a couple free-to-plays out there that you might be interested in. XDefiant and Multiversus come soon, so some free-to-play games that could be real fun too. Well, let's see. I've been playing a game. It just came out of early access. It's called Run Gore, and I'm obsessed with deck builders, card battlers. I'd never heard of this one, and I saw it came out of early access, so I'm giving it a shot. And it's very different because it's like a real-time card battler. So like you go into these battles. So it's like super simple, like pixel art, like really, really simple. But you're going through these battles, and then it's like very Slay the Spire-ish in the types of cards that you have. And then but like you're doing them in real time. So you're putting them down. You got to like maybe like wait for them to attack because their attack might trigger something. And so it's like, it's different from any of the other turn-based ones where it's like, you take your turn and then it's their turn. So this one, you're going as it's coming. And all the cards are reflective of that. So some of them you might need to, put some defense on real fast. Others, it's like, if you put this defense on, it'll trigger this attack on them. So it's interesting. I've never played anything like that. And then on top of it, it's got like, it's full of just memes. It tries to be real, like funny. Most of the time it hits. Most of the time I'm like, this is, I'm getting a laugh out of it. There's some times where I'm just like, I just roll my eyes or whatever. And then there are sometimes where they try to be like silly or trolly or whatever. And like, you'll answer a question, like you have an encounter and it says like, you do this. And then if you click something, they're like, okay, you're dead, or like a group of things attacks you. And it's like, I get it for the moment. I was like, that's really funny. But like, if I'm in a run, like I see it could be annoying or frustrating where it's like, it's not based on your gameplay. It's just on them, just kind of, we're being silly over here. But it's when a run does come together where you get all the right cards and you feel like you have all these perks and stuff like that, it feels good. It's one of those games where you're like a god sometimes and you just can't be beat. Like I had a run where I went through and I was like fully overpowered and I had all these amazing cards that were just like shutting down the enemies. And I was like, this is it. This is good. But yeah, it's a fun game for fans of card battlers. It's different enough that it separates it from the pack, and I definitely recommend it. Give it a shot. I think it's less than $10 on Steam. So,
So,
definitely
is this
well
like
worth it.
single player, or is this is
Yeah.
there multiplayer elements to it?
Nope, just a single player like roguelike deck builder. So yeah, it's same. It's literally so similar to most card battlers, but by adding that interesting mechanic of real time, it separates it from the pack, and it's definitely put it on your wish list.
Nice.
And that's it. The only other game I've been playing is in our new releases, and I'll chat about it when we get there. So, should we get there?
Yeah, let's get there.
All right, let's do it. It's time for our new releases from last week. XDefiant came out May 21st on PC, Xbox XS, and PlayStation 5. This is the game that has taken all of my time this week. I've got like 20 hours into it already. I've become a little bit obsessed, dude. So we talk about it all the time. Call of Duty, multiplayer shooters. Like, we're fans. We're fans of the genre. I haven't played one since, I don't know, it's been a few years now. Modern Warfare 2, I believe, when that first came out. Got it, played it a little bit, and it was fine. This one, man, it's hearkening back to the glory days of the Call of Duty shooter. So it's from Ubisoft, and Mark Rubin he's the guy that created it. And he did I think he did Black Ops. I don't know, some of the early Call of Duties, and he created this one, and it feels like it. It's got like I don't know, just something about it is just really addicting. Now I'm mostly terrible at it. Like, I feel like I'm worse in this than I am in Call of Duty, and one of those reasons is it doesn't have skill-based matchmaking. So I think that's part of it, is that I'm like just getting crushed by people that are way better than me. But there are times where I get on a run and I'm like, it feels good, and it gives you that adrenaline, that feeling, and you're back in there.
You made me want to play it.
Dude, I'm telling you, you would love it so much, because the maps are the best part. The maps are so good. They're small enough for each section. So like, there's different game modes. There's like an escort mode, the domination kind of ones where you got to capture the areas. There's the one where the area keeps moving. There's one that's kind of like a kill confirm type thing. But the maps are so good in that, like, when it's a big thing like escort, the areas that you're in feel small, but they also can be larger. I don't know how to explain that. Like, for gun battles, like, the battles are all happening in this small area, but then on top of that, like, you could go all the way around if you're into like doing the flanks and coming from behind, or snipers. It's a real messed up meta right now where snipers are like out there just crushing everything, and I'm hoping they tweak that. But yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. It's got all these different factions, and they have different abilities, and they're based on Ubisoft content. So there's like a Ghost Recon one, Splinter Cell, Division, Far Cry, and Watch Dogs factions, and they all have different abilities based on that stuff. So for a free-to-play game, it's pretty crazy, especially that, like, I used to regularly pay $60, $70 to play this exact same thing. It doesn't make sense for these Call of Duty games to be putting out these $70 games when we just got one that I would say is on par with that for free. Now, granted, you're not getting the co-op mode or the campaign. I never played those, and I know a lot of people don't,
We're all multiplayer here.
Yeah, so it's crazy to me, especially now. Like, so this one, it does have the microtransactions and the battle pass, but now, like, full $70 Call of Duty also has microtransactions and battle pass. So it's weird, dude. I would like you to try this just so that you can see, what it's like and how it compares, because I'm obsessed. I think I'm like a level like 26 already, and like, I did buy the battle pass because, like, I like to, when a game's free to play, I get it. I'm happy it's free to play, but I'm also happy to. I'm gonna throw in $10 at least,
Support
just
those
because it's the very least I could do, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm getting shit out of it too. Like there's some good cosmetics and stuff in the battle pass, and it's one of those battle passes that rewards you with currency as you go.
Nice.
So anytime I see one of those, I'm gonna buy it, just because I might, you know, I haven't paid for the Fortnite battle pass in forever, because you just constantly are getting, you know, the V-Bucks. It's the same way, hopefully, with this. So.
I didn't know that Call of Duty link existed with this, where you said the person who was behind like Black Ops 3 or 4 is behind this. When I looked at the gameplay trailer, I thought this looks a little Call of Duty, but it looks a lot more Overwatch, which is why I thought you were kind of into it. It looks a little bit more arena shooter. I was never into Overwatch and like the hero-based thing, but it did look cool from like the first-person shooting from a gameplay perspective. It looked really cool, so I'd like to try it out, see if it see if it works with my like run and gun style in Call of Duty, because that's what I miss. I've played Hell Let Loose this year, which is way slower, way more different. Tactical.
Yeah. So that's all I do in this is the run and gun, and I really think that I need to tweak that a little bit. I think sometimes it works really well, but sometimes, man, the time to kill is crazy fast. I don't know. There's been complaints about the netcode. And they have done some tweaking and fixing it up. And I'm not like, you know, I'm not so immersed in these games that I could kind of tell that. But I do feel like sometimes I'm blasting a dude and he's just not dying. And then I get like two hit, you know. But more than anything, for me, it's probably a skill issue, because I'm willing to admit that I'm not the greatest at these. But yeah, I think overall, like, that run and gun style is, the maps are so well made for this, where it's just, I mean, there's this one map where, I mean, a lot of them are like these mazes that like you could constantly either be running behind or whatever, but also, you know, there's someone always behind you. But yeah, it plays really well, and it's a lot of fun, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it for a free to play game that, you know, I was like, all right, I'm looking forward to seeing what it was. And then as it was close to coming out, I was getting really excited, because like I haven't played one in a while. And then I played it. I happened to be off on last Tuesday when it came out, and I played it for like 8 hours. And yeah, it was one of those days. And then yeah, but yeah, check it out. I want to know what you think, and then everybody else out there, let us know what you think of XDefiant. And it's cool too. So they're going to be doing seasons, and every season they're going to introduce a new faction. And I'm assuming it's going to be based on other Ubisoft titles.
Skull and Bones faction.
What's that?
Skull and Bone faction.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's
cool.
going to happen. Guaranteed it's going to happen. I'm trying to think of the other. I mean, like Assassin's Creed, right? Rabbids, maybe a Rabbids one.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. All right, next up, Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga, came out May 21st on Xbox X, S, and PC. This is the sequel to Senua's Sacrifice, and, you know, it's just more of that. This woman, you know, her adventure and dealing with her you know, I don't know, mental problems or whatever it is she has. I'm hearing this described as the best-looking game ever. So yeah, I'm excited to see what that's all about, and also the best sounding game, because like a lot of the things that happen in this game are, you know, she hears voices. And I played the first one. I never finished the first one, but I played the first one, and you play it with headphones, and it feels like there's voices in your head, like literally just in your head talking to you. So I'm interested to see how this continues. That I've heard that this is less about her dealing with her with that problem, and more about her kind of just having that issue and dealing with whatever is going on in the game. So it's not entirely about that, but I like the idea of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking, well, it's not coming out on PlayStation, it's Xbox and PC. Do we know if that's a timed exclusive, or if it is like an Xbox only sort of thing?
So it's an Xbox, so it is a first party Xbox game. But seeing as what's been going on with Xbox, looking at their exclusivity, there have been a lot of rumors about when, if at all, it's going to be coming to PlayStation and that sort of thing. Nothing official, nothing announced. But yeah, I feel of all the things we're hearing that going forward, we're going to be seeing more and more things coming out on PlayStation. Like I think I did hear like a rumor that the Indiana Jones might be being released on PlayStation 5 when that does come out. That's a Obsidian game. So
Yeah. So this is like the perfect game for them to take advantage of that controller speaker, have some voices coming out of there or something.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, even when you boot it up, it says like this game is best played with headphones, and I absolutely agree. Like, because it does. You get the good headphones where it's like, it feels creepy. It feels real creepy. So, but this one, yeah, it's more of the same third-person adventure game. You got combat, you got puzzles. One downside I've heard is that it's only about a 6-hour title. So, you're paying. I don't think it's $70 game. I think it's $40 game. So not terrible, but still $40 for 6 hours.
6 hours.
Yeah, and I don't know about the replayability with this one.
Right. Right. Well, now is that like 6 if you're just going straight through, or is that a completionist sort of?
I don't know. I think that might just be for the story. So, but I don't know how much other stuff there is to do in this game. I don't know if there's collectibles or whatever. But all right, next up, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door came out May 23rd on Nintendo Switch. 20 years ago, this game was out for GameCube, and now they've done basically a full remake. They've upgraded all the visuals, the soundtrack, but the same base gameplay is there. It's like turn-based game. You're in this like paper storybook kind of world. You've got all these different characters that can join your party, and then you've got the turn-based battles where you're trying to win the thing. One thing I saw was cool, and I've never played the original, so I don't know if it was in there, but like there's over like 80 of these badges that you could collect, and they give you different power-ups and stuff throughout the battles. I was like, that's pretty cool. And then there's different ones for each different character, so all the different characters can have different abilities and moves that might help out throughout the game. So this one I would love to play because I've never played the first one, and just watching videos of it, it looks so fun, man. It looks beautiful. The aesthetic is so cool. And the gameplay looks like such a fun gameplay. So
right, man. And we talked about this in our like top 5 Switch titles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking the Paper Mario and these like Yoshi's Crafted World, these offshoots, different timeline, whatever you want to call it, games, better than like the main entry Mario games on these newer systems.
Yeah. This one absolutely looks like it. Could definitely compete with any of those platformers in terms of the story, the look of it, the gameplay. I think it's like a 30-hour game. And then one of the other cool features I saw was like when you're in like a battle, a lot of times you're on like this stage and there's like this crowd of people that's there, and you got to like pump them up. And if you do like things like if you do like stylish moves in a battle, like gets the crowd on your side, and then it fills like your meter faster. I was like, this is such a cool Nintendo idea, like I loved Nintendo when they have like fun outside the box type stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, last up, Duck Detective, The Secret Salami. I know you've been looking forward to this one for a long time. Came out May 23rd on PC, Nintendo Switch. This is your cozy mystery game starring a duck detective. He quacks, he solves mysteries, and it's like a 2 to 3 hour game.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yes, I guess you're trying to find who's stealing the lunch in the office.
You got to who stole your salami?
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. And that's that game. I don't know anything else about it. All I do know is that the Duck Detective could go down as possibly one of the greatest video game characters of all time, right?
Maybe, yes.
Maybe.
If only we had a list of those.
It's time for our top 5 of the week. All right, this week we're talking about the top 5 best video game characters of all time, according to Gaming News Weekly. And the way we always do it is we each put forward our lists. It's like a blind ranking thing. This week it was like, there's so many ties. So what we're going to do a little bit of a battle. Each round has an elimination battle where they're not moving up a spot. They're just getting eliminated. So, number 5, we had tie with Pikachu and GLaDOS from Portal. Now, here comes the battle. In a battle, who would win?
I haven't played enough Portal to know, but I would think Pikachu would do like a Thunderbolt or something.
Just shorter out. You just can't even talk. Yeah, I agree. This one doesn't really work out for GLaDOS because she's just like a voice in a thing talking about cake. Pikachu, all-powerful Pokemon. So, I agree. He was our number 5.
All right.
Number 4, we had a tie between Master Chief and Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, well, the guy with the gun's going to win.
Really? But what about when Crash Bandicoot spins around and bops you on the head with an apple?
Oh, he could deflect the bullets with his spinning move. Yeah.
Exactly. And he does he does like that sound. There's like a whole thing. He wears like a voodoo mask. I do think Master Chief is going to cut him in half with a heavy machine gun, though. So
yeah,
I agree that we're going to have to move Master Chief forward here. Master Chief, welcome to the list. All right, number 3, Nathan Drake versus Arthur Morgan. Now this could just come down. This is just going to come down to a fist fight.
Right. I think Arthur Morgan has like the grip strength to choke him out.
Oh, you think that just... I'm telling you, this is going the full 5 rounds, though, on this one. And I do think that, like, it could go... Any day of the week, this could go either way. But I'll vote with you, Arthur Morgan. You know, he's from the Wild West. Things were different then.
Tough,
you know?
Dude. Well...
Exactly.
Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers.
All right, number 2... Link versus Lara Croft. This one is great.
She has dual pistols. He has
a
sword.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were. Oh. That was an innuendo.
She got a couple cannons.
Yeah, dude. Pistols versus sword. What does Link use? He's got a
He's got the sword. He's got a
bow and arrow.
He's got a boomerang and an ocarina.
He's got the whistle. Yep.
I would think Lara Croft gets this one.
This is a tough one. This is a real hard one. I don't know. I think like, yeah. I mean, we're just doing battles right now. Because I'm thinking like, you know, which one is more influential in the video game world? And we're not talking about that. That's not what this is all about.
This is a battle royale.
This is a battle. Yeah, I think Lara Croft, she'll figure out. She fought wolves. She could fight a tiny elvish man. And then last up, it's just Mario. That was number 1 on both our lists. Mario is like, I mean, obviously he is the most influential. All the games, TV shows, movies that have come out of that character, it has like, you know, I mean, it's transcended video games into something so much more, you know, that it's you got to give it to Mario. Even like as we're talking about Paper Mario, where you know that is the whole idea of that game. It's based around this character, but it's so different from any of the other platform games and everything that he's been. He's been a dentist. He's been
he taught typing.
Plumber. He kills giant apes.
Yeah,
for fun.
I think Mario is like the Mona Lisa of video games. So you could go to like a remote village in South America and they would recognize Mario.
Absolutely. They know who Mario is there for sure. So yeah, that is our top 5 video game characters of all time, according to Gaming News Weekly. Let us know what you think of the list. Who would have won in those battles? And we'll keep talking about it. All right, but now it is time to move things along and talk about our news of the week. All right, our most exciting news this week is really just a rumor. But it's a rumor that I'm really hoping is true, and I'm really excited for it. Possible new Astro Bot game coming to PlayStation 5. Now, this has been low-key one of my favorite games to come out on the PlayStation system. Now, it is absolutely my son's favorite game. He's played it all the way through, probably like, no joke, like 10 times. I'm not even like exaggerating. Like he plays it constantly and I'm so sick of it that all I've been waiting for is a new Astro game. And it's possibly on the horizon. So this comes from Deal Labs and leaker Bilbil Kun, who are very reliable. They say that Team Asobi will apparently reveal the next entry of the cutesy robot platformer series sometime in the next 15 days. They also said part of the unannounced title is said to take place in a desert area with a new character described as a fennec fox in the form of a robot. So that all sounds amazing to me. So
Right.
I'm very excited.
As a non-PlayStation 5 user, I thought that this robot was just like the home screen kind of mascot thing. I didn't know there was a whole game involved.
Yeah, so this game was free with the PlayStation, and it's kind of like a tech demo. It shows off like the controller and everything that goes with that, and it's, I don't know, it's just so much more. Like once you get in there and like you go through, and it's a love story to the PlayStation. So all the collectibles are PlayStation items. Like you're going back to the PlayStation 1, PSP, the Vita, the camera, like all these things are these collectibles that you get. And then like the boss is like a dinosaur that was a demo in the PlayStation 1. Like it's like this whole amazing thing for PlayStation fanboys like myself. And then previous to that, there was also an Astro's Playroom, which was like there was like this like motion games, and then there was a VR game which was fantastic. So I know a lot of people were hoping for a PSVR 2 game, but it does look like this is just going to be exclusive for PlayStation 5, which I'm happy about because my son can't use the VR yet, so he would have like murdered me if he was unable to play this game, like literally murdered me. So yeah, it's come hopefully soon. I don't know when this announcement is going to be. It does seem to kind of go with also rumors we've heard that there's going to be a Sony State of Play coming up within the next few weeks. So that could happen. I know like we got Summer Game Fest coming up in like a week, 2 weeks. And then the Xbox Showcase is coming in a couple weeks. So it's all happening, dude. It's getting to be that time of the year.
Busy season for us.
Yeah. Yeah, which is good because this week, man, there's been nothing to talk about. It's gonna be like, next week it's gonna be crazy. All right, moving along. Multiversus is back. Talk about another thing I'm excited for. These are all, I mean, this news week is just for me, man. We got a bunch of new trailers talking about all this stuff that's coming new to Multiversus when it does re-release on the 28th. We got new characters. Jason, Agent Smith is coming. Joker has been added to the game, and I am excited. Now you played this when it was out before, right?
Oh yeah, when it was brand new, and my interest faded over a little while. I stopped playing, and then they just kind of took it off the market.
Yeah, but now it's coming back, and they're rewarding us. The people that have played it previously, returning players can get like first of all, you're getting the battle pass for free, which does include Jason. And you get a bunch of additional skins and stuff like that. So that's really cool that they're noticing who was there from the beginning and hooking them up. And then they also have a new tutorial, and if you complete the tutorial, you get a small kind of battle pass, and you could get a banana guard character from I think it's from Adventure Time. So that's cool. A lot of new characters coming right off the start. And then, a brand new battle pass. And the battle pass, they already said that they're including a lot more premium items in it. And they also have this bunch of new currencies that are real confusing. But, I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. But yeah, man, I'm excited. It's got an updated engine. So they moved it to Unreal Engine 5, all new netcode. And then they included there's a new Rifts mode. It's like their PvE version, kind of like their story mode, but it changes every season. Like it's themed. Like this first season, the Rift mode is based on the Joker's character, so like that's all part of it. Real cool stuff. It sounds like they've listened to all the feedback from players from the original beta, and now they're implementing all that into this kind of brand new version of the game on the updated engine and everything. So
That's
I
really cool.
am excited. That's what I'm.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing all day on Tuesday, just playing it.
Yeah, I need to get it downloaded. It's a good game to just plug a controller in if you're on PC, sit back and play it, and choose. See who fits your playstyle. I'm wondering if
Yes.
everybody's coming back, so I can have my Shaggy, my Iron Giant.
Yep. Everybody's coming back. Total of I think 27 characters. Here, I'll read the roster real fast. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Joker, Finn, Jake, Gizmo, Stripe, Bugs Bunny, Marvin the Martian, Taz, LeBron James, Arya Stark, Shaggy, Velma, Rick, Morty, and the Iron Giant, and Tom and Jerry.
I don't think I got to play it when Rick and Morty were in the game, but that's so
Yeah.
crazy going through that list. And LeBron James.
Right. Dude, and it's the craziest one because LeBron is my guy, dude. And I'm like, I'm so annoyed that my character that I play with is just like this human basketball player. But like, I love just dunking on people. It's such a fun move to do. But yeah, I'm very much excited to get in there and see what has changed. And again, just to see like what kind of, like I had a bunch of currencies when I stopped playing it, like from buying that initial, I think I bought the initial battle pass. So I had a bunch of, I want to see like all that stuff is carrying over for people that are returning. So, and in addition, like there's some stuff that they removed that they're replacing with other, I don't know, items. So I don't know what I'm going to have when I get in there, but I do know now I have the Steam Deck and it is cross progression. So I can be playing it all the time on the Xbox, PlayStation, PC. I'm just playing it all the time. So I'm excited. All right, another new exciting trailer came out for the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC. This is really just like a cinematic trailer. It's like 3 minutes, and it's just about like the story of what is happening in this DLC. And I know big fans of the game are excited to see, the tyranny of Mesmer's flame and all this stuff, and see what is going on. It looks great. Lots of fire in this trailer, and lots of weird, creepy things. So,
dragon dog things.
Dragon dogs, yeah. Comes out June 21st. Did you play Elden Ring?
Yeah, but
okay, I thought you did. I thought
PlayStation 4. Yeah, my last PS4 title I ever bought. I didn't even want to buy it, but I got it through some weird circumstances. I needed to use up some money on there.
We won't talk about it. Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, so I played probably 20, 25 hours of it.
Yeah.
Maybe got past my first boss or two. And then it's just I never played the PlayStation 4 again.
Yeah, that does affect it for sure. Yeah, I think I'm probably about to say, I think I played it I never finished it. I think I played it for maybe 30, 40 hours, never finished it. And I keep telling myself I want to go back and I want to beat it before the DLC comes out. But then shit like XDefiant happens and it takes up all my time. And now Multiversus is going to take up all my time. These damn games as service games, live service games are really jamming me up when I want to just go play a story game and pull myself away from it. But I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun. And video games are not about fun. They should be about, stressing yourself out and trying to beat the hardest bosses ever in these games. You right?
And giving them all your money and grinding all of your time away.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, June 21st, we're getting close to more Elden Ring. It feels like it's been forever, and it's finally happening. So get hype. All right, next up, Acquisition Minute. First up, Atari has purchased Intellivision, finally declaring victory in the 45-year console war. This one was weird. I'm like, all right, yeah, this is it's happening. Why?
Yeah, there's the question. Why?
Yeah. I'll tell you why. Atari will seek to expand digital and physical distribution of legacy Intellivision games, potentially create new games, and explore brand and licensing opportunities as part of a long-term plan to create value from the Intellivision properties. The purchase includes the rights to more than 200 titles from the Intellivision portfolio and the Intellivision trademarks. So, what do you think the best Intellivision game is? I'm going to look it up.
I don't think I can name one.
Game. Burger Time. That was a good game. You ever play Burger Time?
I don't think so.
What about Bump and Jump?
That's kind of what I assumed that they're in this for,
Hubert?
because Atari keeps Cube. Now that's one I know, but I think I
Yeah.
played it on like PlayStation.
Dig Dug?
Uh huh. These were all on like Atari and Nintendo as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I don't understand the difference between like which ones were. I knew they were like on Atari, but they were television games. I don't know. So yeah, it's happening though.
Yeah, Atari keeps making these like retro remake consoles for old Atari systems. So I figured that's kind of what they want to do here, is make a new Intellivision that looks like the old one, plays all the games, or has some packed in or something.
You are probably absolutely right. That's a good point. I didn't think about that, but that seems to be what they're doing a lot, just overcharging for these old retro consoles and hitting the people with the expendable income and a nostalgic mindset. Yep, I think you're right. Or we could be seeing might be making a horse racing movie coming out based on the popular title Horse Racing.
I want a Burger Time movie.
Yeah, me too. I want a Burger Time burger. All right, and then the last part of our acquisition minute, IGN Entertainment bought Gamer Network. Now that consists of GamesIndustry.biz, Rock Paper Shotgun, VG247, and Eurogamer. So basically, they just bought all of games journalism right there.
Yeah.
One fell swoop. Now, I don't think that's a good thing for anybody, because you think about it. First of all, they're already laying off people due to redundancies now, and now those redundancies, say I want to look up, something about a new game coming out. Now I put it into Google. The first, 10 links that come up, these are going to be half of them. Is it all going to be the same article then posted on GamesIndustry.biz, Rock Paper Shotgun, Eurogamer, IGN? Is it all going to be the same? I mean, I guess, right? They're not going to be writing different articles about the same thing. So I don't know. It seems like a waste. It seems like, I don't know. And then on top of that, like smaller, mid-level video game journalists, like ourselves, are getting buried while these, one guy is writing an article and it's featured in 8 of the top 10 Google, search results. Right. Unless IGN wants to buy Gaming News Weekly, I mean, we are for sale.
All for it.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely. Like $100 and like a big box of Slim Jims, and you got it, man.
Gosh, so I don't know if you've seen this. Excuse my tangent for just a second. John Oliver, pretty sure it was on his show. They did this clip of like Sinclair broadcasting on the local news, and they just have all these local news stations that say the same exact thing.
I saw that. Yeah,
that's kind of what this is probably going to be like.
Absolutely right. You do that. Very great point. Yeah, absolutely. It's just it's just shaping whatever their narrative is, and it's the only choice that we have. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll see more as that develops. We'll see what happens. But that's it. That's it for us here at Gaming News Weekly. Please go to YouTube. Pop Culture Playground is where you will find this show. Hit subscribe and keep us going. We want to get bought by IGN next. That's the goal. Either we want to get clicks or get bought. It's not right where we're at. We're getting neither, and it's not as fun. If you don't want to do that, you can check out the podcast anywhere podcasts are found. Just go to your podcast provider, type in GNW, and ours will be the first thing that shows up. Hit subscribe to that, and listen to your heart's content, because we're there. When you're out doing some gardening, maybe when you're at the gym, you want to, we'll cheer you on. This is what we should include. Every couple minutes, we'll just yell, "You go, baby!"
Keep it up.
Get people fired up. Yeah, this is something new we got to figure out. And then also, go over to YouTube. Also, check out Full Clip, Game Facts. Give his page a subscribe and some likes. And then TikTok. We're over at TikTok, posting daily content over there. Say hi. Leave a message. We're going to be talking about games and fun stuff. So that's all I got. Anything else?
That's it.
That is it. Definitely Come back next week. There's going to be a lot of exciting things happening. We're getting into that time of year on the Summer Games Fest, showcases, state of play. Multiversus is back. You get to hear my impressions on that next week. So yeah, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.